Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The third planet from the Sun, the planet we live on. An object with a spherical shape. A sphere on which a map, especially of the Earth, is represented. The third planet from the Sun, the planet we live on. A connection between an electrical device and a large conducting body, such as the Earth, which is taken to be at zero voltage. The concerns of this life is distinguished from heaven and the afterlife. The solid part of the Earth's surface. The Earth shook for several minutes. The loose soft material that makes up a large part of the land surface. They dug into the Earth outside the church. Connect to the Earth. Earth the circuit. Hide in the Earth like a hunted animal. Once thought to be one of four elements composing the universe, Empedocles. The abode of mortals, as contrasted with heaven or hell. It was hell on earth. People in general, especially a distinctive group of people with some shared interest. The Western world. People in general considered as a whole. All of your experiences that determine how things appear to you. His world was shattered. The third planet from the Sun, the planet we live on. He sailed around the world. Involving the entire Earth, not limited or provincial in scope. A world crisis. The concerns of this life is distinguished from heaven and the afterlife. They consider the Church to be independent of the world. Everything that exists anywhere. All of the living human inhabitants of the Earth. All the world loves a lover. A part of the Earth that can be considered separately. The outdoor world. A lavish dance requiring formal attire. United States comedian best known as the star of a popular television program, 1911 to 1989. A solid projectile that is shot by a musket. They had to carry a ramrod as well as powder and ball. A ball game played with a bat and ball between two teams of 9 players. Teams take turns at bat trying to score runs. He played baseball in high school. A compact mass. A ball of mud caught him on the shoulder. One of the 2 male reproductive glands that produce spermatozoa and secrete androgens. She kicked him in the balls and got away. An object with a spherical shape. A ball of fire. A more or less rounded anatomical body or mass. The ball at the base of the thumb. A pitch that is not in the strike zone. He threw 9 straight balls before the manager yanked him. A spherical object used as a plaything. He played with his rubber ball in the bathtub. Form into a ball by winding or rolling. Ball wool. Round object that is hit or thrown or kicked in games. The ball traveled 90 miles per hour on his serve. The people assembled at a lavish formal dance. The ball was already emptying out before the fire alarm sounded. The ball-shaped capsule containing the vertebrate eye. Move in an orbit. The moon orbits around the Earth. An object with a spherical shape. The apparent surface of the imaginary sphere on which celestial bodies appear to be projected. A particular aspect of life or activity. a particular environment or walk of life. His social sphere is limited. The geographical area in which one nation is very influential. Any spherically shaped artifact. A solid figure bounded by a spherical surface, including the space it encloses. A three-dimensional closed surface such that every point on the surface is equidistant from the center. A person who poses for a photographer or painter or sculptor. The president didn't have time to be a model, so the artist worked from photos. Construct a model of. Model an airplane. A representative form or pattern. A hypothetical description of a complex entity or process. The computer program was based on a model of the circulatory and respiratory systems. Worthy of imitation. Model citizens. Representation of something, sometimes on a smaller scale. A woman who wears clothes to display fashions. Something to be imitated. A model of clarity. Someone worthy of imitation. Every child needs a role model. The act of representing something, usually on a smaller scale. Create a representation or model of. Form in clay, wax, etc. Model a head with clay. Assume a posture as for artistic purposes. Plan or create according to a model or models. A type of product. His car was an old model. Display, clothes, as a mannequin. Model the latest fashion. Representation of something, sometimes on a smaller scale. The act of giving a false appearance. Computer science. The technique of representing the real world by a computer program. A simulation should imitate the internal processes and not merely the results of the thing being simulated. The act of imitating the behavior of some situation or some process by means of something suitably analogous, especially for the purpose of study or personnel training. A small sphere of camphor or naphthalene used to keep moths away from stored clothing. A glass or crystal globe used in crystal gazing by fortune-tellers. A highly energetic and indefatigable person. An especially luminous meteor, sometimes exploding. A ball of fire, such as the sun, or a ball-shaped discharge of lightning. The luminous center of a nuclear explosion. A small globe or ball. A ball that slides down a staff to show a fixed time, especially at an observatory. A small sphere of camphor or naphthalene used to keep moths away from stored clothing. Put into long-term storage. A solid missile discharged from a firearm. A small sphere. A small sphere. A large pill, used especially in veterinary medicine. A small round soft mass, as of chewed food. A globe that is a spherical model of the heavens. The sun with the celestial bodies that revolve around it in its gravitational field. A planet having a compact rocky surface like the Earth's, the 4 innermost planets in the solar system.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.